It always comes back to the 5 essentials, folks. It always does. You know, thinking about your alignment, thinking about the way the breath goes in. So, Sophie, for you, it could be this kind of allowing the air to go in. So let's just frame this idea of the breath, the allowing, because it's partly to do with Lynn's comment as well. So the whole idea is that, you know, you are always awaiting an open receptacle for the breath. You are just allowing it to come and go. You sing out on the breath and you allow the air back in a kind of vacuum idea. So what that needs is it needs your kind of upper torso, your rib cage, to be constantly on alert, never allowed to completely collapse, because what you've got to do then is hoik it straight back up. All right, so let's start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. And let's just think, first of all, about your alignment. All right, so when you're thinking about your alignment, you're thinking to that nice, proud, open presentation. Start to think about your breathing with a little bit more emphasis on this being an open conduit. So you don't want to kind of, if you've got a tickly throat, this is always a killer, but I mean, just allow the air to come and go. And notice what's going on down here. Okay, so are your shoulders going up and down all the time? Are you letting it go, or are you actually imagining to keep it nice and buoyant? Okay, now imagine a surprise. Okay, now as you do that, do you notice, I don't know, you might have a mirror handy, do you notice that your tongue is fairly flat in the bottom of your mouth? That's the ideal anyway. Now, as we go into the breathing exercise, we're going to do it twice through as we normally do. But I want you to be very aware what happens in the moment of recharge. What happens to the space at the back of your throat? The surprise element, you know? Let's just see what happens. So once you kind of feel happy that you've got your alignment sorted and you're concentrating on that area of breathing and this nice, proud, open presentation, go into the breathing exercise. Let all the old air go. Allow the air in through your open throat with a surprised, and off you go. And remember, you've got to be able to hear it. It's not a little gentle hiss. It's actually something that is audible. So go through the exercise, have that moment of recoil in the middle, and just notice how you cope physically with that. And then give me a thumbs up when you have finished, you've completed yours. Okay, and then give me some feedback, see how you got on. Did you feel all the time that this part of you, your sort of lower ribs, that they were active, they were involved? They were involved in the activity, or was it just a slow collapse? Because ideally what you want to do is to keep it suitably elevated, so that you're not constantly having to hoik those muscles and make it work again. There is a kind of a balance to this, so you don't want tension, you just want a kind of employment. I guess it's like, you know, the more you do it, the muscles get used to it and it becomes a more automatic response. So it is perfectly permissible to have this kind of freedom of the head as you're singing. You watch any of the greats, you know, I think Joyce DiDonato is one of the best at this, because she makes it look so normal and natural. Now we're sirening, folks. We're going to siren, okay? Same exercise, not starting quite so low. We're going to start here and get your siren ready. And check. Is your tongue fairly flat? It's high at the back, making contact with the soft palate. That's what makes the okay, but the front is really relaxed. Okay, just have a little practice. Go on your own. Get that feel. Start to think to yourself, what are you going to concentrate on as we do the exercise? What seems to be your thing? All right. Okay, so let's just get going. If I see any comments in, I will just make a note. But we're going to start in this key. All right, so just check your alignment. and you've not lost this feeling of lovely open presentation. And this nice gumless kind of hanging of the jaw. So no pushing forward at all. Ready? Hold air out. Here we go. Breathing in, taking it, allowing it in, and balance. How's the tongue doing? Be careful here. One more. Ready? Okay. Okay, so we were actually finished on the top B flat, on an I was slightly distracted by my son-in-law messaging me a bit about picking Leo up, so I just lost mine, and a slight little yodel just arrived for me, and that's because I was not really fully concentrating. Tell me how you're getting on. Tell me how you're getting on. I can't check John's messages, so I'm hoping it's not mega important. But okay, tell me how you got on with that. Usually there's a tendency towards feeling tight around about the E, F, G, and then a bit above that it seems to kind of get easier. Right, whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to talk us through we're going to do next. Now we're going to start going into some vowel exercises, just being mindful of the time. Vowel exercises, let's just start by doing the one that we all like, okay, which is E, O, E. And what that's going to do is it's going to keep us where we've been going, all right, so no new surprises, but also you get the opportunity when you're hanging around at the top, oscillating on those top notes all the time, you get the opportunity to just think about space at the back of your throat and this lovely feeling of it's my tongue nice and relaxed, and this sort of, it's actually just enjoying the moment. I did a fess up on Friday as well, and I spoke about something that went wrong in the performance on Tuesday in Bath and how it did not derail me. Yeah, it was a bit concerning at the time, but actually because, you know, we visit these places all the time about what to do, how you should perceive your singing, not to worry about making mistakes. Gosh, it just did not derail me. I just went on and sang the rest of the program fine. But this is what I mean. You just got to keep, you're kind of creating your sound. You're enjoying what you're doing, okay? But you're responding to the feelings that it's giving you, the physical ones, but also those endorphins as well, okay? So you want that kind of freedom, don't you, in your range to just confidently do that thing. And here's the thing. The magic is to get out of your own way. Just really focus and believe that it's there. So if it feels okay on the top notes, that's great. Sophie, yes, I was aware of how my tongue felt like. Fab. Okay, so are you ready for this next one now? So it is etc. Okay, so get yourself centered, get yourself focused. Here we go. Ready. Here we go. And Sorry. Next one. Don't interfere. Okay, how do you do? That was a top A. Now that will be more of an ask. It'll be more of an ask because you're actually singing vowels. Okay. Now, we're going to go on and do another exercise now because you just start to really open up. Okay. Let's do this one. Just hanging around on the top a little bit. Okay. Yeah. I think if we do it the other way, it's always going to be R at the top. So R has its dangers. Lots of people like R, but R has its dangers because one tends to think that by opening up that jaw and really giving it some welly, you're going to get some fab notes, but sometimes it sabotages what you're trying to do. So let's see how you get on with this one. All right. When you get to the top, don't feel tempted to push forward on the jaw. Okay, it's like you're just not doing anything. Did you hear me shout about thinking about your back teeth? There. For me, for some reason, if I think about, my back teeth, it just makes me open up. It's a minute movement of those little intrinsic muscles. See how you get on. Are you ready? Just check your alignment. Don't panic. Get your thoughts in gear. Hold air out. Here we go. Ready? And don't drop off on the way down. Last one. Top B flat, folks. Top B flat. Tell me how you feel. Okay, there's a big temptation, isn't there, as we go towards the top, to just push a bit more air, get some more sound out, and that's actually when we kind of start to really jeopardize the whole sequence of events just by thinking we can get that note, we can push it. It's really learning how to kind of balance things. Okay, just give me some feedback because we're coming to the end of the warm-up-ish sort of thing now, and I want to go on and do more exercises to do with the breathing because that seems to be a thing that you all need to do. Okay, all right, now do you remember the exercise? Let's just do a bit of work on that exercise we did a little while ago now, and we did it maybe once or twice when we were all together, but it goes like this. And then we come down. Do it with me. I will try to guide you. And if anything, if there's one thing that you really think about, because you will feel your breath being well, the air being sucked out of you by singing on the breath, and you will feel panic, maybe, oh, I'm going to run out of air, but you must not give in to that temptation. Even if the feeling is really intense and you just, I've got no breath left, you've got to experience it. Okay, so if there's one thing you really concentrate on in this exercise, I want it to be the tongue and the jaw, okay, because it's very important that you get used to how it feels when it's relaxed and not doing anything. Okay, so let's do it all together. It's e, ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, and then we do the whole thing, but coming down. See how you do. This should feel like this is making you work. So Lynn, this is what you were after. It's slightly harder work than the other long breath exercise, but this is the one I want us to work on. Right, so starting right down in our speechy areas for this. So just get that lovely feeling. Can you do that? Can you feel that nice vibe? I got a bit of a frog down there. There we are. Okay, so are you ready? Got aligned. Hold air out. Allowing the air in. Here we go. And it's hard. Could you feel your breath going at the end? Okay, let's do one more. Okay, it's quite hard. We are doing it quite slowly at the moment just because I'm trying to make sure you know what vowels are coming. So coming down, oh, what's those two angry faces for? I think that was Lynn. This will be very vexing indeed for you. Okay, this will be very vexing. This will be work in progress. If you drop the baton, drop-off wise, then you will find this exercise very hard. But because you've got a new pattern, new thoughts, new muscle memories to form, be prepared to fail going forward. Okay, let's just move it on a bit. Coming down, the vowels I'm saying is e, ooh, breathe. Okay, all right, so let's not go quite so slow. You ready? Hold air out, breathing in. Here we go. Okay, and then you can collapse. Okay, give me some feedback on that. Okay, staying more or less in tune. Sometimes when you've not got piano support, okay, it's easy to lose pitch, especially when it's hot, by the way. And so don't Don't beat yourself up over that. Now, who's putting sad faces up now? Oh, tell me, give me some feedback. Now, this is a more difficult exercise, so you are not to feel defeated. It's one to work on. Okay, it is more taxing. It is more difficult because, especially coming down, the emphasis is, or the inclination, because you're coming down, is to drop off, lose that kind of compression idea, subglottic pressure, and therefore you just have become a leaky air gauge until it's all gone. Okay, I think we should finish there. And you've got pretty much a good workout there in terms of breathing, relaxing, allowing the air in. What I would say, just like a song, I would listen to the exercise. I would get to know it intimately first. So you really know in here what's coming next. You're not second guessing, and then see how you go. Speed it up if you need to, sing it around the kitchen, Lynn, when you're doing other things. Become familiar with it. Don't let it defeat you. You can do it faster. All right, so I'm going to finish there for today, folks. If you've got any other comments you want to make right now, please do. All right, then. Have a lovely time. Don't get too hot and take care of those voices. Bye for now, everybody. Bye. 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 I can see you all now sending hearts. Bye. Okay.